Small monthly payments don't feel dangerous. If someone took just $50 from you each month, you probably wouldn't panic or even think twice. That's exactly how millions of people end up trapped financially, not by one big mistake, but by dozens of small, comfortable payments. Phone upgrades, subscriptions, buy now pay later plans, all designed to feel harmless. But together, they quietly claim your future income before you ever touch it. You can earn more, work harder, and still feel stuck because your money is already promised away for years. In this video, I'll break down how small monthly payments really work, why they keep people broke without them realizing it, and how to escape the trap before another year of your life disappears. Step 1. The small payment illusion. Small monthly payments don't feel risky because they limit the decision to the present moment. Instead of confronting the full cost, attention narrows to what feels manageable right now. This shift changes how spending is evaluated. A large price demands judgment. A small payment invites agreement. What appears affordable is actually delayed accountability. Monthly pricing turns a single decision into a routine, and routine requires less thought. Over time, cost is measured by comfort instead of value. That change produces faster yeses and fewer pauses. The illusion forms here. The payment feels small, but the commitment is not. Future income becomes the funding source before it exists. Control begins to move quietly, not through pressure, but through design. Nothing feels lost immediately, so nothing feels urgent. Commitments accumulate without scrutiny. The illusion isn't affordability, it's harmlessness. And once decisions feel harmless, they stop being examined, even when their long-term impact is significant. Step 2. How your brain is manipulated. Monthly payments work because they match how the brain processes risk and reward. Immediate cost creates resistance. Delayed cost reduces it. When a price is divided into smaller units, the brain treats it as maintenance rather than consumption. This reframes the decision. Instead of judging total value, the mind evaluates whether the payment feels tolerable. That shift produces a predictable result. Spending becomes easier to justify before value is confirmed. Language reinforces this effect. Words like only and as low as signal safety and minimize consequence. Over time, affordability becomes emotional rather than analytical. Decisions speed up. Reflection disappears. This is where manipulation occurs, not through pressure, but through structure. The payment format redirects attention from outcome to comfort. Once comfort becomes the filter, control weakens. Future cost feels distant, so present agreement feels harmless. Repetition compounds the effect. Each accepted payment lowers resistance to the next. Awareness interrupts this pattern and restores leverage before it repeats. Step 3. The true cost you never see. Monthly payments don't lower the price, they delay recognition of it. When cost is divided into small, recurring amounts, the total never becomes a single moment of evaluation. This delay produces a specific outcome. Spending increases while awareness decreases. A payment that feels minor repeats long enough to exceed the value of what was purchased, especially once interest, fees, upgrades, or extensions are added. What begins as affordability results in overpayment. By the time the final installment is made, the usefulness of the item has often declined or disappeared entirely. The cost remains fixed, the value does not. This imbalance is the real expense. Monthly pricing also alters comparison. Instead of weighing total cost against alternatives, decisions are made by comparing which payment feels lighter. That shift removes discipline from the process. If the same purchase required full payment upfront, hesitation would occur. That hesitation is leverage. Monthly structures eliminate it. The result is not reckless behavior, but unexamined commitment. Over time, repeated small payments accumulate into long-term financial drag. The cost was never small. It was structured in a way that kept it from being seen. Step 4. The stacking effect. A single monthly payment rarely creates pressure. The problem forms when payments accumulate. Each new obligation claims a portion of future income, reducing what remains available for choice. This is how stacking begins. One payment leads to another, not because spending increases dramatically, but because resistance decreases. What feels manageable alone becomes restrictive in combination. As payments stack, income shifts from a resource into a schedule. Money arrives already assigned. This change produces a specific outcome. Flexibility disappears. When income is pre-committed, emergencies feel heavier and opportunities feel unreachable. The pressure isn't visible because each payment was accepted individually. Automation reinforces the effect. Payments fade into the background while their impact compounds. Over time, this structure creates the sensation of being stuck without a clear cause. Earnings may rise, but control does not. The stacking effect turns cash flow into maintenance rather than momentum. The issue isn't excess spending, it's layered commitment. Each payment reduces leverage slightly until decision-making narrows. What remains is not financial failure, but financial constraint, produced quietly, consistently, and without a single obvious mistake. Step 5. Why you always feel behind. When income is committed before it arrives, progress slows by design. Monthly obligations turn future earnings into past decisions, leaving little room to move forward. Each paycheck is spent resolving commitments instead of creating momentum. Saving feels impossible because surplus rarely exists. Investing feels risky because flexibility is gone. Effort increases, but relief never comes. This isn't an income problem or a discipline issue, it's constraint. Stacked payments absorb capacity, so progress becomes maintenance. Even when one payment ends, another often replaces it immediately. Time becomes the hidden cost. Months pass in a constant state of almost done. Confidence erodes, options shrink. Feeling behind becomes permanent, not because of failure, but because freedom never has space to rebuild. Step 6. Who benefits from this system? This system isn't broken, it's working exactly as designed. Monthly payments benefit companies. First, businesses prefer predictable income over one-time sales. Banks profit when balances stay active and interest continues. Subscriptions turn choice into routine. Debt creates dependence instead of ownership. A person who pays every month becomes stable, measurable, and easy to forecast. That's why monthly prices are highlighted while total cost is minimized. That's why canceling is often difficult. Completion ends revenue. Continuation protects it. The system rewards long-term payers, not financial freedom. Monthly payments aren't evil, but they are intentionally seductive. They trade control for convenience. Once this is understood, blame disappears. Awareness reveals the incentive, and control begins to return. Financial freedom isn't about earning more, it's about keeping control of your future income. Every small payment you remove gives you back time, peace, and options. When your money isn't locked into obligations, you can finally move forward instead of just keeping up. If this video helped you see money differently, hit like, subscribe for real financial education, and watch the next video on screen now, because understanding money is how you stop working for it and start making it work for you.